Everybody hold your water.
Ready? What's that?
Balls, balls, balls.
Triple shot.
Balls, green 18. Green 18, 10. Hey.
Welcome to the O-line committee.
Balls, balls.
Balls.
Dude, I love our intros.
Balls.
They're the fucking best, man. That's
Alex
a fine for all
Boone,
three of us. That's a fine
Jeremiah
for all three of us,
Sirles. And we're going to break down here Jayden Daniels. At least, I don't know if we're going to get to all 14 plays on this opening drive, but we're going to get to some of the good and bad Jayden Daniels debut with the Washington Commanders, gentlemen.
Yeah, and we had just talked about him on the podcast and just how exciting it is for this team as a rebrand. Like, you're looking at this team and everything's new and everything's exciting and everything's flashy. And they came out, and I think Jayden, I mean, he played extremely well this last week. We talked about how he's in the win column right now. I think that dime that he threw to Damani Brown was fucking lights out. And it's people are like, at times, like, oh, you over-exaggerate one play. But you don't understand what it's like to be on that field with that much pressure and to be able to throw something like that as seamless as he did and then to be able to run it in later. Like, it's like, he's going to be a really good player. And if you guys don't fucking figure out a way to stop him, the ceiling right now is forever. Like, that's what's so exciting about a lot of these young players, and maybe that's what I'm most excited about, is that a lot of these young rookies came out this week and fucking balled, and I was like, finally these dudes have earned the right to be like, you are a first fucking rounder, thank you, I can throw you to the wolves and be like, whatever happened, we gave it our best. Jayden Daniels was no worse. Like, it was awesome to watch him play, and just him and Caleb, the way that they're out there and they're kind of like having fun and they're goofing around, you're like, God damn, dude, that in and of itself is hard to stop.
He threw that dart and looked to the sideline and was like, you saw that, right? Like,
you got me, right? All right, you all got me. Like, dude,
I mean, just the confidence to throw the ball
love.
down the field. I mean, it's so easy for young rookies to go out there and be afraid to make a mistake and afraid to push the ball down the field because these DBs are fast and these receivers are, what are they running? But, like, to come out the gate and just throw a deep ball down the field and drop it in the bucket, perfection.
Well, let's go through some of this. By the way, if you haven't already done so, maybe you're stumbling into the O-line committee for the first time, click that subscribe button and the like button on this YouTube channel. And for your offensive line lifestyle merch, go to olinecommittee.com and use the code TRENCHES for 15% off the entire store. We also just brought in steak and a beer shirts, pancake shirts, you name it.
It's got a bone in it.
Olinecommittee.com.
It's a real steak.
Steak with a bone. Okay, I'm just going to roll some plays here from Jayden Daniels' first drive, and you tell me what you're
Tyler
seeing.
Biadasz in there, command in the middle now.
Here we go.
Go back.
And by the way, we can however, we can roll through these quick if you want to stop.
Well, I just want to point out one thing, right? Watch this backside linebacker, and this is the Jayden Daniels effect, right? If this was Sam Howell, this linebacker screaming over the top right away, right? But he has to pause, right? And he ends up being late to the party, right? I'm talking about this linebacker over the left guard here, Mackey, right? And this is the Jayden Daniels effect, right? Sam Howell, no one gives a shit. This dude, his handoff, he's crashing over the top. But just this little bit of like, man, this guy can run, right? This dude, I mean, if Jayden pulls this here, he's got just the safety to worry about over here.
Go back.
Right? But that's just part of what this is going to be with him, is there's that little bit of fear factor of this dude can pull it and go at any time like Lamar Jackson.
I don't know who 87 is, but this fucking motion with the tight end, go back. This is one of the best ways to stop defensive ends. You want to stop them from crashing. You want to stop them from wreaking havoc. You send your tight end back there and you tell him you cut the shit out of him. You cut the shit out of him right now and you don't think twice about it.
First play of the game. Do it.
I'm not kidding you. Watch this.
You want to make this team?
You want to set a fucking statement? I'll guarantee you that, I guarantee you he slowed the fuck down, right? Like, dude, this is what I love about this Washington scene. They're just coming out right away, and I'm like, I love you.
Dan Quinn.
You could have just totally done a duo for nothing, but instead you were like, I want you to cut the fuck out of him. We're going to show them that we could go each way. Like, I love it. I'm excited. He overthrows it here. I'm going to
This is the same thing. We just did the JJ McCarthy one. Like, things happen a lot faster in a game.
You're being
right. Like
the left side kind of coming at you. We got you.
The speed happens a lot quicker, and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't have a red jersey on. This dude wants to kill me. Like, and you're like, get this ball out of my hand. Right? Like, that just comes with time and reps. And reps.
To be fair, we were talking earlier on our podcast about him, and I know that I was confused because I thought we were talking about having Austin Eckler in the backfield and how it would be fun. And Jay, you must have been talking about Jayden Daniels and his ability to run the ball when he can't throw it. But I was talking about having both of them in the backfield because now it becomes a real fucking problem. Are they going to screen it? Are they going to run it? Is he going to run it? Is the running back going to run it? Are they going to throw it? Like, you have a multitude of things that could happen and forces the defense to go, are we playing 12 to this? Are we playing them nickel? Are we playing them base? Like, what are we doing? And then the minute that they're in nickel, hey, we're running it. The minute they're in base, we're throwing it. Like, this is what I'm excited to see about this Washington team. Are they going to figure it the fuck out with a great quarterback?
How about nobody in the backfield?
How about
Let's
once
try it
again?
out.
Hey,
Let's try
he
that,
could
see what
still run it.
Oh, it's just,
This throws.
Dimes, dimes, dude. The DB was like, guys, I couldn't have been any more
But
on him.
I think I've talked about this on the podcast before. Young quarterbacks love empty protection. They love it because the defense has to declare what they're doing, right? Like, it's really hard to disguise coverage when you've got all those wideouts out here. He sees single coverage, gives his guy a chance, drops it in the bucket. I mean, just
kind of moved off his spot a little bit, moves a little bit left while he's making this throw in the pocket too. Look at this.
Yeah.
He gets crashed in from the right a little bit, but he
Just
does a great job of
just a
avoiding it
little.
and getting away from it.
I got to
I'm
give
not worried
some
about
love here. I got to give some love to this right guard here, sitting down this bull rush. I mean, this is as much as a bull rush as it comes. Doesn't shoot his hands great. I think that's Sam Cosme.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like, good set, inside out. Boom, guy catches him. Whap, whap. Boom, walks his hips under him and sits it down. That's a very, very nice job. Stop a bull rush.
I like you.
God,
That's offensive line porn right there.
Yeah, I mean, that's
You're
what
not
I
kidding.
see here. I see this. How many times do we see guys just get pushed right back into the quarterback here, right? Like, right into the quarterback. Here, he sits his butt down, puts his anchor, puts his hips on his hips. Beauty, and just drop in the bucket.
That throw. So, and now it's kind of a slow grind from the 24 into the end zone, but
it was tough. Right, little pitch out.
Let's get perimeter. Got to test the perimeter. Get the
Gotta
big
keep
boy
him
running.
honest.
We just
Right?
put
Get
this
this
play
left
in, too.
tackle out here.
I love this. Go back.
First of
real
all,
quick.
left tackle.
Hey,
this is
real
not
quick.
college. This
Hold
is
on.
not college. If you're going to be on this path, you have to go to where they're going to be, not where they are. Right? Watch. This is the cardinal sin when you're pulling on these plays and you let it come out here, right? You're good. You're good. And you're like, oh, there he is. Now let me just square up on this guy. Oh, wow, he's a lot faster than me, right? Like, you have to learn, and I remember this coming into the league. Like, in college, you're like, oh, I'll just square this dude up. I'll go kill this dude's teeth in.
Go back.
You have to get so good at anticipating where is the junction point going to be with these dudes because they're running 4.3s and 4.4s, and I'm a 5.2 guy, right? Like, you just have to be able to do a little bit of
Lying
geometry. Hey, I was a 5.24 guy. Leave me alone.
Easy.
A little bit of geometry in your head.
5-3-1.
Dude, Jay, I'm so glad you explained this because I just put this play in last night with my 7th graders, and my tackle was having a hard time with that. And it's exactly what I wanted to talk about, and I'm glad you brought that up. Mackie, I need a clip of that because I need to show it to him.
Oh, you want this play right here?
Yeah, I want this clip, like, Brock, and I can show it to everybody. But this is a great job. And once again, we're testing them every which way. We're handing it off. We're pitching it outside. We're going to throw it, like opening up the offense. I think that's another reason why I'm excited is I didn't see such vanilla shit this weekend. There was people out there moving, having fun. I'm so excited.
Very clear that the Commanders had a mission. We are going to pound the run on the opening drive of preseason here too. Either to send a message internally or
make them fear your run game, dude. I'm telling you.
I mean, look at this
Little white play here. This
I
is
love
right,
this.
this is right out of Philly's playbook. This is right out of Philly. You
back,
wipe the
go
center, so you pin with the left guard. You pull the center around for the front side linebacker. You bee it up on the backside, right? So watch, you see, boom, right there, pin. Now you've got Biotish coming around through the B gap, makes the defense run over the top. Really nice cutback here.
Backside tackle, you stay on that
tackle.
B.
Backside
Oh,
tackle,
that
you
thing is
stay on that
cooking.
D lineman. Right.
Look at this. Hey,
You're
look,
not
the
trying to
guard
cut him
cuts the.
off.
He
It's
cuts the
inside zone.
linebacker.
I love it.
Cosme, you fucking idiot. I love it. Dude, you cut the linebacker in the hole. See, once
And
again,
the
you're making
tight
him think. Hey, you're making him think, right?
Look at
Hey,
87. Go back. Was 87 the same one that cut that guy earlier in the game?
yes.
Yeah.
Watch 87.
Get
You
him.
got to give tight ends love, man. You got to give tight
Fucking
ends love
kid.
in their moments, right? Boom, run your feet. There's one K. Watch.
Okay.
He's not done.
Oh, he's still
Gets
fighting.
up, pushes the pile.
Oh,
I like it,
Okay.
young man.
Okay.
I like it.
okay. I told you this year's different. It's going to be defenses. Be ready.
All right, let's move ahead here. We're still grinding, just grinding this drive.
I know
here.
we're loving to. I told you once this
There was
live
a
tape comes
penalty
up,
at one point, so now we're back at the 7. All right, let's just.
John Bates, tight ends, 4th year, 6'6", 259 pounds.
get it, Johnny.
We'll shut up tight ends
Out of Boise.
Attaboy. Stay on guard.
down inside.
It's like I'm back in the room. I just echo shit my coaches used to say. It's terrible. Sometimes the kids look at me like, "What are you?" That's what he would have said.
Getting in the little inside zone, and then here he goes.
Oh, there
Good
we
luck
go.
catching
Now
him.
we pull it.
Misdirection,
Now we pull
baby.
it.
Good luck catching him.
God, I love it. And just the fact that you put this one simple play out here, now everybody has to scheme for it. And they're like, well, if this one plays in here, they got
Watch
these
55.
other 36.
Watch 55. 55, or excuse me, I think it's going to be 52.
Yeah.
Which way does he escape? He escapes out the
Yeah,
right.
it would be 52.
Yeah.
Right, so watch 52 because he's the one here that's going to have to make the decision. He crashes.
Oh, he crashes.
He crashes in there, right? 72 is the rekey. Now you're one-on-one with 23, who's got 12 yards of separation. You ain't catching him.
No.
You ain't catching him.
And he has to
over
run
the
through
top.
that block.
Yep.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm so excited. I feel very excited about Jayden this year.
Can he
He's gonna
stay
be great.
healthy? I mean,
That's going to be the key. Can he
It's the
avoid
key
the big
for
hits?
everybody.
Can he avoid the big hits? Learn how to slide. Learn how to run out of bounds. Like, understand that the 1 or 2 extra yards here is not worth the injury. Right, those are the kind of stuff that you have to learn. Call Anthony Richardson, ask him how his shoulder's doing. Right, like learn from all the previous mistakes that your former running quarterbacks have done. Watch Lamar, see how he doesn't get hit. Video him, talk to him, and I think that the sky's the limit for this young kid.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I mean,
Love
I'd
it.
say, and Booney, you're right. Like, health is the key for any player in the NFL. But when look at this drive. I mean, they have him out on the edges. They have him bootlegging. They have him read option. Like, he's going to be exposed to more potential hits than a lot of the other quarterbacks,
if they're
right?
smart, they'll have answers for him, right? Like, the best thing an offensive coordinator can do is give you more of the field to use. Open up this field for you, and at the same time, hey, if something is bearing down on you, here is your late or your quick answer. Always. Like, we always went through meetings. What's my quick answer? I got to be able to get out of this because they could run a fucking all dog at any moment, and this is a bad play, right? As long as they keep up with that, dude, the sky is the limit for this team. That's all they need. It's all any team needs is a good quarterback, a good leader out there that gives you a chance to win at any moment. You're fucking fine, dude. That's why I'm excited. There's so much good football this last weekend. I cannot wait for week 2 because now guys have film on you. And that's another fun thing. Like, we didn't talk about it. We can talk about it next week. But, like, when you go from week 1 to week 2 of preseason, now it's different because now I've seen you play. And now I know everything you're going to do to me. And now I'm ready for your counter moves and all this shit. So it's like, how do you come back now? That's going to be even more exciting. I'm excited, guys.
We got joint practice fights probably this week too. It's going to be great,
100%.
Yes.
Dude. How about joint practices getting canceled? The Niners like, listen, we don't know if we got enough guys, even in the building.
Everyone's holding out. I'm sure, yeah.
They're not even here, guys. They didn't even know we fucking reported. Could you imagine the Saints logistic people like, fuck you, dude. You know how long it took us to get that flight?
You think
and
I'm
get
getting
those
that
hotels?
deposit back on that hotel room?
Do you think the police department is going to be happy when we tell them we don't need their extra officers that day? Like, dude, they're going to be fucking livid. I love it.
All right, boys, I got to call.
All right,
someone.
yeah,
I gotta
we gotta
run.
jump into
Got
a meeting.
Jay, agent stuff, Booney,
Love you
Mackey.
guys.
We'll see you next time.